The Sun daily newspaper, which is the sister paper of the News of the World, yeah. And the News of the World is such an evil newspaper, such a terrible newspaper, such a scurrilous newspaper that we, the British people, made it the biggest selling English language newspaper in the world. Which is unconscionable, isn't it, really, when you think about it? When we start pointing fingers. It was, until it was torpedoed by that thing, the biggest selling. Rivaled only by the Hindustan Times. Not the New York Times, madam, no. The Hindustan Times of India. So I've been doing this job of travelling around the world, spreading the good news about democratic socialism for a few years now. And thank you very much. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And when people ask me what is socialism like, I point to the sort of situation we have at Wall FM and say this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's nothing to do with Chairman Mao, it's about people getting involved, spreading the word, giving their time. Socialism, brothers and sisters, in the 21st century is nothing if it is not at heart a form of organised compassion. That's what we're talking about. I want to live in a compassionate society, one driven by a human impulse, not by an ideology. That's the kind of society that I want to live in. And if we're going to communicate these ideas that have their roots in the great struggles of the 19th century and the 20th century, if they're going to survive in the 21st century, we're going to have to start finding a new way to articulate them. And this young generation, this generation that are coming through now, are the first generation in 70, 80 years who have the opportunity to cast the ideas of socialism without being constantly under the shadow of totalitarianism. And I think our best thing to do is not to keep saying to these kids, go back and read your Marx, but saying to them, you know, Marx had some ideas, some were good, some were bad, but we need to find a new way to articulate these ideas. And here's my stab from where I'm coming at it from. I've come to the conclusion, doing this job, that the enemy of all of us who want to make the world a better place is actually not capitalism or conservatism, it's actually cynicism. And I'm afraid it's not the cynicism of Glenn Beck and Fox News. That's not our great enemy. That's what they do. Those people will always be there. That's how they make their money. You know, in my country we have the Daily Mail. It's no, you know, you never escape from that. No. The cynicism that is our greatest enemy, brothers and sisters, is our cynicism. Those of us who want to make the world a better place, that feeling that nobody else cares, that sense that, is it all worth it? That thought that, you know, nobody, you know, there's nobody else around here who cares about this stuff except me, you know. That's what a combine like Wall FM is set up to do, to send out a message to people that they're not the only person who feels about this, so that those days when we have to fight our cynicism, and I speak as someone who helped Tony Blair get elected, you know, and some of you may be feeling a bit disappointed about the results of the last presidential election in this country. But let me tell you this, as a nation that have perhaps ourselves a little bit ahead of you in that curve in dealing with the conservatism of the 1980s. You know, we got rid of the Tories in 1997. Things were similar under Tony Blair, but the thing that was different, and I think the thing that's different about America now, frustrating though it may be, the outcome is that while Obama is in the White House, while the Democrats are in power, we, all of us, because of the nature of the American presidency, we, all of us, live in a world of possibilities. And those possibilities will remain in play as long as he remains there. So don't sit on your butt waiting for him to do something. Get up and get out there. Encourage him with the toe of your Dr. Martin if you have to. But do not give in to your cynicism. Do not find yourself agreeing with the fools who say he's as worse as the previous guy. You know, he's annoying, yeah, he's frustrating, yeah, but politics is annoying. Politics is frustrating. The world doesn't go change. It takes a long, hard push.
Give me the great leap forward!
Huh?
Give me the great leap forward!
I'll have to do my sales pitch first, mate.
Alright.
And then I'll get round to it.
Give me to it.
That's a Maoist song, mate. Where you're heading me off in the direction. I'm just making this lovely pitch for the politics of the 21st century. And you're dragging me back to the Cultural Revolution. So yeah, so my point is, you know, ultimately, that cynicism, our own cynicism, it's what they rely on, it's what Fox News rely on. They rely on us to feel cynical, they rely on us to give up, they rely on us to think nobody else cares, because that's the message they're sending out. A minority point of view that they're trying to suggest is the majority point of view. They're sending out a message, you know, that nobody really cares about anything apart from what they can get out of the system. And we've got to overcome that feeling, we've got to find other like-minded people, we've got to connect with them, we've got to change the system. It's a slow process, but it is a possible process. And I'll leave you this one idea. I'm a kind of guy, and my missus finds this very annoying, because I'm a kind of guy who always believes that the glass is half full. And I'm not selling that to you as a political position or as an ideological thought. I'm just saying, if you do want to change the world, it's a pretty good place to start from, quite frankly. And that's what this, because there's so many people out there now ready to pour piss on anybody with a positive opinion, you know. When I was writing songs in the 80s, political songs, I only had to put up with those prannies at the New Musical Express having a go at me, you know, and I could deal with them. But now, you know, young musicians write a political song or they write an article, there's people lining up and knock them down under comments underneath. It's tougher now. They don't have the ideological, you know, space in which to have these discussions. So, you know, we need to support our young people when they want to change the world. And that's kind of what this song is about. It's called, thank you, it's called Tomorrow is Gonna Be a Better Day. To the misanthropic, misbegotten merchants of gloom, who look into their crystal balls and prophesy our doom, let the death knell chime, it's the end of time. Let the cynics put their blinkers on and toast our decline. Don't become demoralized by this chorus of complaint. It's a sure sign that the old world is terminally quaint, and tomorrow's gonna be a better day. No matter what the siren voices say, tomorrow's gonna be a better day. We're gonna make it that way, yeah. Just a bit more irony on this whistling, Ezra. You can just turn that irony on. It's ironic. There's only one kind of whistling in rock and roll. It's ironic whistling. Whenever you hear anyone whistling, they're always being ironic. Trust me. To the pessimistic populists who harbour no doubt that every day we make our way to hell in a handcart. And the snarky said, who are sniping to get anyone who sticks their head above the parapet. Oh, don't be disheartened, baby, don't be fooled. Take it from someone who knows the glass is half full, and tomorrow's gonna be a better day. No matter what the siren voices say, tomorrow's gonna be a better day. We're gonna make it that way, yeah.